Hello and welcome to this podcast. My name is Jim Phillips. I'm a health and wellbeing coach, and as a health and wellbeing coach, I work with people who might find feelings of stress and anxiety intrusive and affecting their day-to-day life. So the focus of this podcast is to look at what are some of the symptoms that I might be becoming stressed or anxious, and how that might be affecting me at home and in the workplace. So let's start off with just by saying that stress and anxiety, these are normal feelings. They're a normal reaction to things which are going on in our lives. It might be good things, a wedding coming up, birth of a child, or it might be stressful things like moving house, starting a new job, could be mixed feelings, or bereavement or other issues. However, although these are normal feelings and normal responses, they can sometimes become entrenched and get worse, and after a while actually begin to impact on our health and well-being and how well we are doing at work and are functioning at home as well. So what are some of the things to look out for? Well, part of this is being aware of our usual day-to-day habits. So noticing things like, is my sleep starting to be affected? Have I changed my eating habits recently? Am I eating more or am I eating less and skipping meals? Alcohol. Am I drinking more in the evening? Am I finding I'm having to drink wine or beer or something else to help myself go to sleep? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Do you immediately think about work or immediately start feeling anxious? Is the first thing you do is check your emails? So just notice those small things in your routines. Have they changed or are they changing? The other thing we can look at is often our social life as well. Are we finding we're starting to say no to invitations to go out after work or at weekends or to see friends? Do you hear yourself saying, I'd love to go out, but I just haven't got time. I've got to finish this piece of work. It's really, really important. Nobody else can do it. It's got to be done. I'm really behind with it. Do we find ourselves making excuses? Are we the last person sat in the office in the evening? So any of these warning signs we need to pay attention to, because not only will they be affecting our productivity at work, but be affecting the quality of our social life and our home life as well. And the longer this goes on, the harder it becomes to begin to change some of these habits. Do you find that you can't say no to things at work? Do you keep taking on extra work, even though it's going to affect your time off or you're going to have to work at the weekend? So think about these things. Is this you? Yes, of course, we all get times when work is extremely busy, and we have to meet those deadlines, and there is a bit of pressure there to deliver. However, if you find yourself you're always in this situation, and we need to begin to look at our boundaries. How often do you say no to a new piece of work because you've already got too much on? So think about that. Think about what's important to you as well. So in terms of your own social life, your life at home, what are the things which are most important to you? Okay, and then think, are you giving those things enough time? If they're the things which are most important, are you doing them? Or is work getting in the way? And feelings of stress and anxiety mean that you're just not able to enjoy yourself because you're worried about work too much. The good thing is we can do something about all of this. we can begin to reverse it. And oddly enough, research shows that people who are less stressed and anxious are actually more productive at work and actually more effective at work as well. You might notice this, that if we're worried about a piece of work, we find it hard to finish. We keep having to check it. We go over it time and time again. We can't quite let go. So it's taken us 3 times as long, even though 99% of it was correct in the first draft that we did, or the first time we did it. So stress and anxiety actually reduces our productivity and uses up time. In the e-learning we produced, there's lots of handy tips on how to manage stress and anxiety. These are simple things: relaxation, breathing techniques, looking at how we change the way we exercise and other things as well, taking into account work-life boundaries and learning to say no, and just as important, knowing when to ask for help as well. So, take a bit of time to reflect. What is your work-life balance like? Is work intruding into your downtime because you're feeling stressed and anxious about it? Has this been going on for more than a few weeks? Is this becoming a long-term thing? The answer is yes to any of those. Get some help. Look online, simple techniques, do something about it. I hope this has been useful and given you something to think about. Thank you.